Who are you?
My name is Supernatural Freestyle Extraordinaire, super dope MC. Here to chill out and have a little talk today.
Supernatural, how did you find me? How did you find me, Supernatural? Because we're here together somehow.
The way it happened was I have a friend named Adam Kennedy, and he's a really good friend of mine, and we were watching a video. He showed me a video. He's like, have you ever heard this guy Nardwuar? He's like, yo, he's really this different zany type of guy that does interviews, but he said, I think that it would be dope if you and him get together. But I'm watching the interview, and you asked African Bambaataa something in an interview, and Bambaataa was like, he called me Supernature, of course. He always calls me Supernature instead of Supernatural, but it's okay, that's African Bambaataa. But he said Supernature. I think he asked him something about good performances. Or
asked him who's like an unheralded, unrecorded MC.
Exactly.
And I thought he was going to give an answer from like the 70s or the 60s or something.
Yeah, and he said me, and like, for me, it was a great day for me because, I mean, I've known Bambaataa for years, but the fact that it's just you're having an interview and you ask him such a random question and I pop into in his mind was a great thing because I'm kind of looked at as like, you know, unsigned or you know, a guy that's never released a hit, but I still have all the love and the admiration of all the fans. So, you know, that's how I got in contact with you, was through Bambaataa.
You broke the world record for freestyling, Supernat.
9 hours and 15 minutes off the head, to be exact.
Okay, so you're on stage, you're doing all this freestyling. What is the best food to freestyle with? Because you must have eaten.
No, I actually didn't really eat all day. When I did finally take a bite, I had grapes, peaches, you know,
so that's good Supernatural freestyling food.
Yeah, freestyling food.
How about going to the washroom? Did you rap? Did you freestyle about going to the washroom when you were going to the washroom?
Unbelievably not. I did not use the bathroom the entire day. And I say this because it was strange to me. I thought about it after I was finished. After the 9 hours was up, I sweated. I think it was because I sweated so hard that whole run that there was no liquid in my body.
Supernatural, when you're doing a freestyle and you're up there rocking it out, do you ever use words that people know that don't exist? Like people don't think the word exists?
You mean like make up some of my own stuff?
Yeah, like they don't believe you that the word exists, but it does because you've read the dictionary so many times.
I've never really used a word where anybody, had challenged me if it was a real word or not. But I do know a few words that have been given to me, you know, when I ask for words from the audience to rhyme with, and people try to trick me with a few words. I do know 3 words in the English language that don't rhyme with anything in the world. And oddly enough, it's colors. It's orange, purple, and silver. And people at home, do not sit up for the rest of the night. It's not door hinge, it's not quilver, it's not Urkel, it's none of those. Those 3 words, you'll never find anything to rhyme with them, phonetically.
You have people hand you stuff, don't you?
Yeah, that's one of my trademarks. That's one of my signatures that I've been doing for years, and I find that no matter where I've went in the world and I do that routine, it transcends everything. It transcends a record. It transcends a language barrier. People love seeing something happen right in front of their face. So that actually started from a bedroom exercise, you know, when I would be in my room and my older brother would come in the room and he'd be like, okay, rap exercise, rap about everything in the room, you know, and he would point at stuff in the room and pick stuff up off the floor and whatever would be around, and that's how I honed that. And then I did one of my first real tours, like I'd say in like maybe like 92, and I went to England and I didn't have a full set and I didn't know what I was going to do, so I incorporated that into my show. And once I seen the way the crowd reacted to that, from that point on, that's what I did.
Have people ever handed you stuff you don't know what it is?
Every now and then, I've got some weird items, you know, like I got like a skate key one time. I didn't know what it was. It's probably been the weirdest thing that I didn't know what it was. But I've got like real strange things. You know, girls have threw their bras on the stage, rubber chickens, masks, enormous amounts of marijuana.
Which you throw back in the audience.
Usually I don't. No, I usually throw it back, or I might keep a little for myself. But you know, those are the things. Yeah, that's one of my trademark, one of my signature things that I do.
Now, Supernatural, right here we have the archivist from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He loves hip-hop history, but he's brought a few items he wanted to hand to you. Do you think you could quickly bust something out for us?
I got you.
Okay, Archivist, can you...
Right over Common Speed, watch.
Archivist, can you bring a few things? Archivist here loves hip-hop history in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Okay.
So he's got a few items, so maybe you could just demonstrate to the people what exactly you do. Okay, first off, Archivist, what do you got?
I got a chair.
All right, now sit back, relax. Right now, Max with Nax. Hey, I bring it off the top, burst to the track. Everything that they say, you know it must be fat. Hey, in the darkest hour, yo, I rock with power. I sit down in the chair and I sit and smell the flowers. Yeah, that's my attitude, brother, and it's kind of rude when I'm on the mic. I love to spike it, and I am the dude. I'm like a weapon. They can call me the Reverend. My freestyles are fast, slow like Heinz 57. Anywhere that they go, know what I want it. It's not 57, yo, brother, it's 100. Anywhere that I rock non-stop, I told you I spit it off the top, make it pop. Hey, and I could drop it, they just can't stop it. Got a couple cards, nothing else in his pocket. Yo, it's necessary to have vocabulary. I sit and write freestyles on my BlackBerry. Hey, ain't that right? We could bring the vibe. Keep on digging now inside your archives, and yo, they can love it. Never put one above it. Yo, the Iron Sheik posing as a finger puppet, knowing for a fact your brother right and exact. I took my finger, brother, stuck it inside of his back. Hey, anywhere that I spit, I must react. And when it comes to rhymes, the nat, they never lack. Dough is gonna stack. Yo, I must react. And yo, we just took out a cannon battery pack. Yeah, the way I drop it is so ill. Freestyles, yo, brother, flow like windmills. Couldn't you tell? Yo, my style's infinite, just like his prints. Yo, it's very different. Colors are intricate. Yeah, it's kind of nifty. And from Canada, he just gave me another 50. And I can never slip, and we can never rip. Since you gave me a 50, I'll hold this as a tip.
Oh, yeah. Wow, amazing! Supernatural in the house.
That's what I do, man.
At one of these new music seminars, I think you battled MF Grimm.
Oh my God, that's why I like Nardwuar. You see what I'm saying? Like, first of all, this guy here, interviewers, you need to take a note. You might look at him and go, oh, he dressed crazy, or he's very energetic. He's very energetic, but he's very intelligent, and he does research. Now, for him to know that I battled MF Grimm in the New Music Seminar in 1993, he really dug deep. Because a lot of people don't know that. MF Grimm, big up to him right now. He's paralyzed from the waist down. He's in a wheelchair now. He got shot up uptown New York. But he was probably one of the most vicious MCs I've ever came across as far as just rocking. And I hope he sees this interview. I hope he gets to see this. And I you know, he gave me a run for my money that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, and I don't remember many MC's lines, but I remember him saying a line to that day, and he was like, he said, I have flashbacks like a Vietnam vet. He was like, I'll cut you in your neck and leave you shaking like an Etch-a-Sketch. And you know, that was like 93. He was saying stuff like that. So big up to MF Grimm. I mean, of course, I did defeat him.
Has anybody transcribed any of your freestyles and then covered you?
No, that's not happening. But I'll tell you something really good that happened. Last year, we were in Maryland on Rock the Bells. And I was on a stage doing a freestyle, and I was so into what I was doing, I get going, and I look over to the right of me, and there's a lady signing my freestyles as I'm freestyling, right? So since I know that she's signing everything, I start rhyming directly to her and telling her to do certain things, and she's doing it with this hip-hop signing flair. Like, it was the funniest shit ever. And you know, the crowd went crazy. So for me, that was probably like, nobody's ever transcribed anything, but that was probably one of the closest moments to like seeing your rhyme go out to a whole group of people that couldn't even hear. That was a moment for me, actually. That was a real special moment, an unforgettable moment.
Supernatural, anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
What I do want to add is thanks Nardwuar for having me on your show and interviewing me. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to have an interview with somebody that is so intelligent and took the time to interview and tries to bring a little bit something different. And to the world, be as colorful as Nardwuar's clothes, and always keep your mind open to new things and be able to receive new energy. And before he says it, have a nice dinner.
Almost there, Supernatural. Thank you for the kind words. Keep on rocking in the free world, and do-do-do-loot-do.
Do.
Almost, Supernatural. Do-do-do-loot-do.
Do.
Yeah.
That's because he did it wrong first. Mr. Nardwuar, we're out of here.